Uh-oh.
So
So my turn to interview you now, and I'll get the shark buck.
Okay, well, go ahead and interview me because I went ahead and did that, but yeah,
Wait,
I
are you
wasted.
serious? You didn't record?
No,
Oh,
I seriously didn't. I had it on. I don't know if there's anything I could do about it at this point, but I just clicked record. So if you want to do an interview and give it back, then at least I'll have yours for that.
All right, here, hang on. Do you want? I don't have questions prepared. What's your team?
My team is Hanson Brothers.
Okay, so here I have questions. I have a couple questions I want to ask.
All right, go for it.
I'm recording. All right. So Kyle, in building your team, what is your main strategy?
I've had a few different strategies throughout, but typically when I do a team, my strategy is going to be heavily involved in figuring out exactly what the makeup is of the league and how the scoring is, finding a certain point where the drop off is in scoring. Okay, so the top 12 players are worth a lot more than players 13 through 24. I find these little marks and I try to make sure that I get players where the value is in those little tiers, as it were. So that was my start. And then everybody started spending money at ridiculously high rates in the beginning, including me. And then I backed away and said, okay, wait, I need to slow down my spending because there's still some really good players left. And then I tried to focus a little more on my depth.
What's your favorite pickup that you've had in the Shark Tanks 2 draft?
Oh, man. I mean, it's been so many different players.
In terms of the player and deal that you got.
Say that again?
In terms of the player and the price you paid, who are you most happy with?
I was pretty tickled with a few of the players, like listening to there's my Hanson brothers putting on their foil. One of the ones I would say I was most shocked about was getting the receiver Sammy Watkins for like $4. I mean, I'm not a huge Sammy Watkins fan. I mean, I know that he's got talent though, and he played through some injury throughout pretty much his entire career, but $4 for a guy that could end up putting out some games that are massive. I mean, it's a good steal there.
You'll get one good game out of him based on his history.
Yeah.
I think last year, week 1 game was like all the points he got the rest of the year was equal to that.
And he had some okay games towards the end of the year, so I think that it's one of those deals that somebody else may need a player and I'm willing to trade because I got a lot of players.
You do, man. I'm looking at your roster right now. I just pulled it up. What player, in retrospect, do you think you paid too much for?
Oh, man, definitely in the first trade I made, I got Mixon and Godwin. I love both of those players, but I paid a pretty penny for them. That's basically like 25% of my initial startup budget on those two guys alone. So overpaid, but I like to have them. I'm glad I have them on my roster. I just way overpaid for them.
Yeah, you are. I will say you have a stacked cornerback group. Your running back group, I love. Tight ends, good. I don't know. I think you and I are doing a power rankings podcast, right? Post startup, is that right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
You might be sitting on a top 10 team here. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. We'll see how the format ends up going. I've got a lot more trading and a lot more random draft picks to pick up with my $10 I have left. So we'll see how it all shakes out by the time we get started.
All right, last 2 questions. Best trade you've ever made and worst trade you've ever made?
Oh, shoot, man. I make a worse trade just about every year. I made a trade early last season before it really happened, I guess preseason for DJ Chark, and it was, I paid pennies on the dollar for DJ Chark. I got him in almost every league. Some of them I had to pay a premium, and some of them I got for like 3rd-round pick or 4th-round pick. That was a pretty good one. But last year I traded a 3rd-round pick to get Deion Kane. Not so good a pick, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Don't think I won that trade.
That's awesome, though. You got the Shark Man.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Oh, man.
I've got. See if you have him in Shark Tank too.
I did not. He
went
he was one of those early nominees, and anybody who got nominated in the first 2 weeks went for a lot more than they probably should have gone for.
Yeah, in retrospect, right?
Right. I mean, you didn't know everybody was going to spend all their money, and then we were going to be down to 10,000 of the 140,000 after 2.5 weeks.
Well, it's awesome. No, I like your team. Cool. All right, so that's it. I'll send you this link. Maybe Peter can give each of us a shark buck.
That'll be fantastic. I'm bummed I didn't do my recording on this one, but you got to see it. It was a lot of fun, and I don't think there's any way I can get it back on the way that this thing records, but it's all right. I'll post up the questions for yours and then what your answers were, and we should be good. Which ones you got right?
Awesome, man. All right.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Adam. That was fun.